Welcome everyone. It's the well, we're here today to talk about GSC Gen 2. I'm in my room. It's a hot day of June, even though it felt like May because of how shy the weather was and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys don't end up seeing things you're not supposed to be seeing on my computer, because I have a couple of windows open, but yeah, I should be in control of most of the scenes. Okay, and yeah, so here's our little Discord view, and every now and then if I get some DMs, I might have to hide this, or if I'm just going to be analyzing a replay, then we're going to hide that as well. But so here's how it's going to work. I'm going to talk about 3 particular tournaments: NintendoCup, UUFPL, and PPL, which is ongoing right now, the Pokemon Perfect League, which is sort of like a Smogon Premier League, but it happens in a different season. And we're in week 7, actually, so it's the last week. And that covers all the OUs, all the old tiers. Well, I mean up to Gen 5. I didn't participate this year, but there's a lot of interesting plays. I thought I would, a lot of interesting players and stuff like that. I thought I'd give my input on that. So, whereas in the UUFPL, I was, on a team up until the semifinals, and I helped build a team for the finals, which actually ended up winning. I don't know if the team won, but I guess we'll have to find that out. So, first, let's just talk about NintendoCup. So NintendoCup. Oh yeah, the other thing I want to mention is that if there's any problem, either write directly into this room here. Okay? So this room, which you can hopefully see with my mouse, it's called Tournament Discussions. Or DM me, and every now and then I'm gonna ask you guys, hey, if you can hear this or whatever, ping me. So thanks first of all to Bilzamon and to Lobisa for showing up, and let's get underway. So I'm gonna hide this because we're gonna have to I don't know, I feel undecisive. So let's start with our nice little Discord tournament on the Discord server. So the Discord server has we have this tournament that Bilzamon and I decided to host. It's been going on for God knows how long, but that's how tournaments work in the Pokemon world. You schedule once a week, and it's hard. So I guess it must be surprising for some of you to see my face for the first time, but yeah. So here's our nice little bracket. You can see that. We could probably even zoom in here, but no, I can't. So it's really hard to read, but I joined in and I think I got eliminated. I went 0-2. I don't know. Or 2. No, I think I... So I lost to 1-0. And then I lost to... Yeah, I went 0-2. Let's do this. We're gonna open the original image and we're gonna put it on the browser. So I'm gonna have to change once more. We're gonna bring this up. I think that works. There we go. So now I can zoom in and we can have a better look at the tournament bracket. So it's not high quality, but oh well. So this is our nice fun tournament organized, well, mainly by Bilzamon. So we had a lot of players, different seedings. So some people actually started directly into the second week. So but this, yeah. So 8th finals would be round 2 essentially. So we have the Pirate 99, aka Earthworm, who is when he is interested in I mean, he's one of the most dedicated GSC players. We have a couple of players from the Japanese community, so it was super cool to organize this tournament. And one of the reasons why I wanted to mention, one of the main things I wanted to mention as to why this like Nintendo Cup tournament is so important is also due to the fact that we have like we actually managed to bring together players from other communities that were not on Pokemon Showdown. They play on their own server online in Japan, so we have lots of players from there. So we have okay, so Mailing is not from that community. I think he's actually from the RBY community, but Taco definitely from there. Chio, who's super popular because I don't know, we like him a lot, we love him a lot. There is oh, I didn't go 0-2. Look at that. I beat some. Oh no, I think oh no, that was a DQ. Okay, whatever. Never mind. Araigu Matanuki. It's kind of hard to read, but this player, you probably see him a bit on the ladder, on the GSC ladder every now and then. Marshmallon also. Wano, I've definitely seen on ladder. And they have some weird sets. I'm pretty sure Wano is the one that brought like a sub Tauros, and I had like my win con was to either surf on his switch in or to boom on the Tauros, but then he had sub, so it didn't even matter. And it was so I was so upset. I was so upset at that game, I remember. But I mean, that's the cool thing about facing people that that are from a different community from the one you're used to, because you actually end up taking a lot of things for granted. A nice little example I would make is one between the players in I'm getting a couple of pings right now. What's going on? Okay, so yeah, I don't want to be opening that while I can safely open up my DMs here. Yeah, I finished 13th place. Yeah. But what was I saying? So when you bring like players from different communities together, you'll actually be seeing different tricks. So one thing, for instance, that in OU you'll see happen very often is people focusing on spikes because of the 6v6 and all that, and you know, deciding what they're going to sacrifice. But since many players who are used to playing like Pokemon Stadium formats, like NintendoCup, which is the reason why we organized this tour, since they've joined the actual GSC community, and well, the Pokemon Showdown community, and have started laddering, we started to see new sets that are really impressive. And that's kind of like comparing sumo with like international sumo with the traditional Japanese sumo. I've been super into sumo in the past couple of weeks, and I've gotten super hyped with that. So yeah. Anyway, what other? Oh, I think Kitty might also be Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. And look at that. So besides an activity win here, we have 1, 2. I don't know about Arctic. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so half of the player base is Japanese. So there's an overwhelming majority, actually. And then, in a way, we're the international community. But yeah, so a lot of us got sent to loser, but very few of them are got sent to losers in round 1 that are Japanese. But anyway, I don't know. I thought it was like really hard to deal with because I didn't have that much practice with NintendoCup. Now let's go back to our nice little our Discord here, and we're just gonna have a look at the oh shit. Sorry. Those are my DMs. Sorry. Sorry, Bozamon. I'm not going to be opening all of the, I'm not going to be reading all of the logs because I don't know all of the, I mean, if I spent time on all of them, I feel like I would be taking too long. But yeah, so now that I have the actual Discord open and not my DMs, we can open that back up. And as you can see here, we had our particular rules and stuff. And it was really interesting because we didn't have a way to actually host the games in a very easy to do format. We had to like change the rules and stuff. But let's look at some of the replays. So the latest, so we're actually at grand finals. This week was grand finals. If you've noticed anything particular about this, it's that like in a best of 3 we have like 5 replays open, and that's because you have to essentially, well, I don't know, maybe in this case it's different, but in the older matches, you'd see that we'd have like lots of these replay links open. So when we have the replay links open, it's basically done in this fashion. We'd have to open up a game which was done in such a way that there was team preview. So like around this week here, there's the preview and then the battle. So if we open that, we'd see the team of like 6 mons. But anyway, let's try and commentate some of the games. So Marshmallon and the Pirate 99, aka Earthworm. So Marshmallon in losers finals got sent there by Missingno, and the Pirate 99 got sent also by Missingno. So yeah, in different rounds. So first thing is we're gonna open the games between the Pirate 99 and Marshmallon. So this is losers finals, all right? So best of 5, Jesus. So let's change our screen. I hope not to open. I'm gonna open up all of the replays here. Okay, so game 1. Best of 5 means that the first person to win 3 games in a row wins. You'll notice a couple of interesting things. Firstly, that, well, as you can see here, there are a bunch of different leveled mons. They're not level 100. And you can see the entire team. This is supposed to simulate Pokemon Stadium, where essentially you get to see the opponent's team and whether or not they have items, and also decide 3 Pokemon to bring based on that. And then at the beginning of the tournament, we had to essentially choose our 3 without forfeiting this game, keep this open, challenge them to another game, finish that game, and then do like show team or something like that. But thankfully we don't have to do that anymore. Shoutouts to Shellnuts for having implemented a NintendoCup 2000 simulator. So now you can just pick the 3 mons that you want to bring off the bat, but you also have to be careful as to which one is going to be your lead. There's also a level restriction, so the Pokemon basically have to stay between level 50 and 55. And you can do a bit of problem solving this way, because if there is another level restriction, which is that the 3 Pokemon have to be between level 150 and 155, then only one Pokemon, for instance, can be level 55 in your set of 3. You can bring 4 level 55 Pokemon in your roster of 6, but that would essentially mean that, let's say Zapdos and Umbreon are your level 50s, that these are guaranteed to be on the team, so that's not exactly advisable. It has to be a mathematical sum, so let's take Marshmallon's team, for instance. So Quillfish, Raikou, and Steelix are kind of mutually exclusive. If you pick them, if you pick 2, you cannot pick a third one of these 3, because that would be 156. So that's what it means, essentially. But you are allowed to pick Blissey, Zapdos, and Starmie here, because that would only add up to 153, which is in the range. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's do this. I'm gonna make an opera window that's a little bit. It's gonna be smaller, like, because that's the way I like to do it normally. So we're gonna do it like this, and we're gonna do it like that. Hang on. Okay. Patience is the nigh. It's been 16 minutes, but all right. Let's just look at a couple of the games. I don't think I'm gonna be looking at all of them, but so yeah, game 1. Marshmallon has a Spikes user, so that's pretty cool. I don't have much to say about this in general. Like, I don't know. I don't necessarily know the NintendoCup team so well. All I know is that electrics are a threat, and it looks pretty unique to have 2 separate electrics and no Snorlax. But Marshmallon definitely knows what he's doing. He's one of the Japanese players. Knowing the like what I've seen from the GSC ladder recently, I'm gonna guess that this Starmie does not have Recover, and it doesn't have Rapid Spin, so it's gonna be something like Surf, Confuse Ray, T-Wave, and like Substitute or something like that. And it's gonna be super annoying to deal with. And the Blissey is meant to wall, I don't know, Zapdos or whatever. And then there's like Steelix, so he could definitely go for like Steelix, Blissey, Starmie here or something like that. That's my guess. So let's see if I get it right. The Pirate 99's team looks a lot, well, more classic to me. It looks like it's pretty standard. It looks like he's very likely gonna pick Snorlax, but you know, I don't think it's gonna be like mono Curselax, but I could be wrong. I still really don't know how this team works at all. So how this tier works. So we go, and we see lead Umbreon, so, okay, lead Umbreon must mean something interesting. So yeah, maybe it's a mean look Umbreon. Yeah, it is mean look. Okay, so mean look to me makes me think that the Pirate 99 brought his Umbreon to like trap Raikou and Zapdos or something, and then just switch into Lax, set up, and win. So we see the team already. So basically, Marshmallon brought a phaser. So he phases the Umbreon, and the entire team of the Pirate 99 is revealed. So yeah, Zapdos maybe meant to check whatever else Marshmallon has that Snorlax doesn't already take care of. So he's gonna infinitely switch to Zapdos, essentially saying, okay, mate, you wanna like threaten a Boom or something? If you do, maybe he doesn't have Boom, I don't know. So he has Roar, Screech, and EQ. That's interesting. So he's kind of just switching in and out. Screech basically not only nullifies Curse, but it makes Curse Mons actually susceptible, because Curse gives you 1 defense boost, making you bulkier each turn, but Screech makes you lose 2, so even if you want to set up, it can be pretty risky. So, yeah, it looks like he managed it well. Marshmallon managing to bring in his app, but immediately switching back to the Steelix here. I don't know if it's Boom yet, so I really Sadly, I don't know. But we see Hidden Power Water Zapdos, so that's pretty cool. Essentially making him a bit weak to other Zapdos, I guess. Like, he's forced to click Thunder. But, yeah, so Marshmallon has this pretty interesting defensive team. Quillfish, Steelix, and Zapdos. So the Quillfish comes in and out, then maybe it has Haze. I don't know. But it lays the spikes in any case, so that's going to make Zapdos' life easier. So, yeah. Electrics at level 55 are a nightmare. But it seems like Marshmallon knows exactly what he's doing here. With the spikes, he's actually managing to phase the Snorlax and deal damage to it as it switches out. So the Pirate 99 is going to go to Umbreon here, maybe with the idea of evading some sort of roar, and that way the Zapdos can come in safely. I don't know. And we see yet another phaser. So Miracle Berry Zapdos with Whirlwind. So we see two phasers, one offensive, the other one slightly more defensive. So that's pretty cool. We haven't seen any other moves from Earthworm Snorlax, but pretty cool, I gotta say. So we have two phasers, and maybe we even have a hazer. Now Steelix is in range of a Hidden Power Water, but no dice. Zapdos was not phased in, so now the Steelix could boom. No, he's gonna phase out the. He's gonna phase the Snorlax in, and he might phase it one more time. Now the Umbreon is in range of spikes, but for oh no. Yeah, it is in range of spikes. I think. It's not lefties. That's pretty weird. So yeah. But Steelix on the other hand is just out of range of a Hidden Power Water, I think. This is gonna have to. He's gonna have to prioritize. And so we see a Rest Steelix. Okay. Well, while Rest Steelix is pretty good against HP Ice Zapdos, it walls it completely. It's not necessarily the best against HP Water. So, Pirate 99 coming prepared. He manages to get a paralysis on that Zapdos, and it looks like game one it might just go to the Pirate 99. Yeah, okay, so Marshmallon forfeiting here due to the unfortunate second paralysis, and, well, Quillfish being Quillfish. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the Screech could have mattered, because I would see that after one dodge of Sludge Bomb of Thunder, maybe the Sludge Bomb could have two-hit KO'd, considering the Zapdos' HP was decreased. But whatever. Game 2. So we're gonna have a look at game 2 here. Ooh, okay. Primeape, level 55, nonetheless, and the same team from the Pirate 99 this time. So looking like Marshmallon has the knowledge advantage here, although the Snorlax didn't reveal all that much. The only thing we can know for sure is that the Snorlax probably is not Boom, and that's it, because we've seen Rest, but we haven't seen if it has coverage, Rest Talk, Curse. So, Marshmallon coming with a Pursuiter, but it can't really Pursuit support the Primeape because they're both level 55, so they cannot be on the same team. So it makes me wonder if Marshmallon intends to have the Pirate 99 bring in his Misdreavus, and I would expect something like that. But yeah. I wonder what this Misdreavus does. Okay. So we also have a phaser here on this team too, but no spikes this time on either side. And the Alakazam also looks pretty threatening. Alakazam paired with Primeape could be pretty deadly, actually. So yeah. All right then. Let's go to game 2. I'm just kind of curious. So we see lead Umbreon, level 55, mean look. The Pirate 99 switching into the Steelix, much in the same way as to, as to what happened in the last game. I'm getting more DMs here. Probably some input. Okay. Well, I'll try and take a look at game 3 or 4, but yeah, I don't know if I'll look at all of them. So Steelix phasing out the Umbreon. So okay. Misdreavus here. It's a Confuse Ray Misdreavus. So it looks like the Pirate 99 is sort of hard pressed to stay in with the Steelix and then just like go back or switch out and switch back. He might actually run out of Roar PP. I don't know. This is kind of tricky. I didn't expect this strategy. So my guess is, so he has Marshmallon has a Mean Look and Confuse Ray thingamabob, Misdreavus, right? And Umbreon has Mean Look and Baton Pass. And maybe, I don't know, Sand Attack or some other stuff like that. So what this means is that the Steelix has to come in on Umbreon if he doesn't want something to be trapped and killed. Misdreavus isn't so bad, isn't so threatening because, well, Zapdos can kind of KO it without too much trouble. That said, he does have to worry about Umbreon, so that can still be very annoying. Umbreon doesn't have Perish Song, but anyway. It could slow pass. It can be kind of annoying, so yeah. The Steelix would come in and would have to phase one of these two. But if it's always forced to phase, then it could actually run out of PP. And Marshmallon can dance around it. That said, it's not too solid a position because he it doesn't look like he's able to do much else. We'll have to see if there's like Thief or some other move that can damage the Steelix. And if in the meantime it's able to take care of the Zapdos. So, yeah. Not to mention, the Pirate 99 can always switch in his Zapdos on Skarmory, which is the only thing that could essentially phase the Steelix back if it's in the right position too. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to speed this one up. So we see Curse, we see Charm on Umbreon. I don't know. He's just kind of going to consume some PP. It's not going to do so much. I put it at hyper fast speed in case you guys were wondering. So now he has to switch out. He switches back into Licks. Essentially, every time the counter of a Perish Song goes down, he's going to... Oh, Destiny Bond. He's going to have to switch out once it reaches 2 or 1. And he's also hard-pressed to phase. Maybe... Okay, so Marshmallon forfeited. Yeah, I wasn't too convinced about this game, to be completely honest. All right, let's open the third replay, I guess. Or the fourth one. So I'm going to... So I see Hello File 13. So next. So I decided to skip right to game 4. Pardon me, but that's because I also want to move on to other things. And I guess I'm going to show game 5. So if the Pirate 99 won game 1 and 2, then that means that Marshmallon won game 3. And Marshmallon has to win the next 2 games to move on, and the Pirate 99 only has to win 1. So he's sitting quite comfortably. So yeah, so we're gonna look at this game, and this, I'm lazy, so you can hate me all you want, but I skipped right to game 4. So we're gonna play this on fast. I don't have anything to say. This team is the exact same. Pirate 99 brought the same team once more, but it's very malleable because you have you got Umbreon, Steel, all these mons are at level 50, so you can never really know for sure what it is the Pirate 99 is going to bring. So I like that idea. Either that or the Pirate 99 is pretending he is in a VGC tournament in which you just register your team for the rest of the century, and that's what you play with. So yeah, no matter how good or bad or how often you're going to get countered by another mon. So he brings in Umbreon, and it was Lead Lax versus Lead Lax. So he goes into his Umbreon. I I don't know. I'd like to think that the lax is like a boom lax, but it could also not be. So, which level was it? So, his Zam and his Zard are level 50. So I'm guessing he's gonna bring in one of those. I would just expect Zam or Zard, sorry, but yeah, I don't know. So Umbreon managed to trap Misdreavus, but if Umbreon BPs, then he can't. Then he kind of just sacks. So we see a mean look pursuit. That's kind of seems kind of over the top, but it's working. So now Umbreon just switches out. So that's kind of cool. That's a cool interaction. So it's like a counter to Paris Song. So essentially, Umbreon can mean look to Misdreavus. Misdreavus uses like Paris Song, and now Misdreavus is trapped itself, right? So that sucks. Goes for the Paris Song, and yeah, like in a way, Umbreon could have just pursued it, but whatever. This is better, and I think that if I were Marshmallon here, I wouldn't necessarily have gone for Paris Song the first turn. I would have probably gone for like Mean Look, so we both take each other's Mon down. So with the Paris Song, for those of you that don't know, Paris Song could actually work as a counter to Baton Pass. So if the Pirate 99 clicks Baton Pass, he would essentially kill another Pokemon of his own, which is why he has to switch out. That's why I say I would like Mean Look with the Misdreavus here. But yeah. He goes for Pain Split anyway. Maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. But it's pretty weird. So yeah, no, the Umbreon basically makes it scot-free, and the Misdreavus actually dies to its own move. But at least he put the Zapdos on a counter, not that it matters. Belly Drum Lax. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Now it's just Swords Dance. And his Boom. Oh my god. I was right. It was Boom Drum. I was right about it being Boom. Oh. Attract Alakazam. With Substitute. Oh no. The jank. In comes the jank. Oh god. Oh no. What a way to lose. No, I would have just gone for Psychic there. Hopefully for the Pirate 99, that's Sleep Talk, but look at how much damage. Okay, that was a crit, but still, that was quite a bit. You know, it's pretty satisfying seeing a special move deal like more than a third of HP to Snorlax here. Here, if it's immobilized, confused, it's all sorts of doomed. Yeah, there you go. Whoa, that was crazy. But it's, you know what? I have a way to improve this set even more. I've been using it in GSC UU all the time. It's way better than Psychic. It's Psybeam. That way it saves you a slot from having to spam Dynamic Punch and confuse them on. Yup. Psybeam, ladies and gentlemen. That's the future of NintendoCup GSC, and you're welcome very much for that. Actually, I've just been using Psybeam only because in the builder I'd constantly forget to frickin' change the move. Like, I'd type in Psy and I'd click enter, and since Psy comes before the C of Psychic in the builder, it just like gives me Psybeam, and every time I'm facing someone in GSC UU and I do Psybeam, I'm like, shit. But it has more PP. It can inflict confusion, so it's not terrible. You don't get the Spadef drop, but still. Game 5, so tournament life for both players. Both of these players want to have a crack at defeating their, their demon, I guess, which is missing, no. And, yeah. So, game 5. Let's just, you know, Classic 99. We're just going to call them Classic 99 at this point, because it sounds like some sort of SNES or something. some emulator. So Classic 99 versus Marshmallon here. And we see the Misdreavus once more. This, you know. And we're in for a treat this time. The Umbreon is trapped, but so is the Misdreavus, just like I showed you. So, yeah, none of the next 2 turns matter at all. Both Mons are dead. I guess the Pirate 99 can crit twice in a row the Misdreavus and then go for a 3rd one and then escape, but that's his only way out. But now it's dead, so it doesn't matter. Pursuit barely does enough to like 3-hit KO with on crits only. So yeah. What did I just see? Oh my god. So Zapdos comes in here. And he just takes the thunder, meaning, yeah, that's what I expected. So Hitmonlee in the back. Okay. That's game, guys. There's not really much else to be done. Reversal doing quite a hefty amount, but it's still outsped. You know. Hey, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, Pirate 99 coming with a bunch of OU Mons, because why not? They're OU for a reason. Like, Hitmonlee's an NU Mon. The reversal was a cool idea, but yeah. So the Pirate 99 wins, and that's where we are currently for NintendoCup. I hope you guys enjoyed this part, but don't leave just yet. I'm gonna continue to talk about some other things. So we're gonna talk about UUFPL. All right. So back to our nice little Discord. So if we scroll down here, I kind of just posted my artwork here, and there are a couple of thumbnails. And this is our nice thumbnail for the for the UUFPL that I made, and I'm pretty proud of it. So this was the semifinals, then there were the finals. So yeah, so basically, for those of you that are not aware, Smogon has this big ass tournament called the Smogon Premier League, and there are a bunch of other tournaments that are similar to that. They're similar to the to that structure, with the difference being that they usually focus on like a certain theme. So underused. So there's an underused Premier League, right? And then there's this farm league. Thank you, Bill Zaman, for complimenting the work. But yeah. So this farm league is also known as UUFPL, and we're about to see it right now. So if we go here, we should find it somewhere. Basically, I have to go to underused right here, and so it seems like the tournament isn't quite over, but yeah. This is the UUFPL. So there are a bunch of different teams, and I'm gonna just show you guys the semifinals. I'm only gonna talk about I'm not gonna show only the semifinals, but I just want to first cover like where we are currently. So it's kind of funny because well, as you can see here, these are the finals, right? But these two were not at all expected to. These two teams, well, they were not the projected teams to make it to the finals, though it was definitely not past their skills to do so. Lots of good players on both teams. So the Blipbug City Battle Girls and this funny name here, the Flapple-Bottom Jeans. And yeah, so I don't know. It was pretty fun. So our team, the young Megatrons, kind of got bodied. And then the other team, which went completely undefeated all season, just decided to also get defeated. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy because, I don't know, it was really wild, and it was pretty harsh for my team, the young Megatrons, because we faced these guys in the final week of the season before the playoffs, right? Pre-playoffs. We faced the same team. And then due to seeding, we had to face them again. So we got defeated twice in a row. So that was pretty harsh. And I lost both of my games to Raahel. Yeah, we could look at that, I guess. I don't think my game was so important. Like, good on Raahel, of course. I was pretty excited to help him prepare his teams, though, for the finals. Since he beat me, I was like, oh, you know what, I'll help you. Yeah, and then there's the Tropical Malamar Militia. So, yeah. A bunch of different players. There was also this game, this match, which was like an off-season sort of friendly kind of thing going on. Anyone that didn't make it to the playoffs could play, but unfortunately we didn't get any GSC UU because we got a dead game. So yeah. So any questions? Again, feel free to write these questions in the tournament discussion. You can't see a whole lot on the stream. Oh, sorry guys. Yeah. I'll fix that right away. Guys. We're gonna do this. There we go. How's that? Better? Better? I think the volume's a bit low for the music, but... So yeah, that's our... Yeah, better? Yeah, sorry guys. The reason why you didn't see anything for a moment and to the later viewers is because I reduced the window. I always have like a reduced window to see the games. So the reduced window looks like this, right? But that's because it's fit perfectly so that you can see replays of matches. So yeah. Anyway, here's our nice little game, right? So I can actually hide this one in the back. And yeah. So again, brief comment. This is the current standings. So we have our finals game between these two teams, and they actually managed to bring it to a tie. This is the finals. So these two teams were seeded like 3rd and 4th or something, but they did a really good job. It was really shaky all season for a couple of the teams, because they had a lot of potential, but they just couldn't seem to pull through. Blipbugs pulling through right at the ending. Flapple Bottom Jeans being one of the more consistent teams. And then they had this really, they have a bunch of crazy players. Like Pokemon is Fun is super good at everything he touches, apparently. And then, the Blipbugs had Raahel for GSC. Whereas Lord Thorx was on GSC for the, what's it called? For the Flapples. The Flapple Bottom Jeans basically have support from Reese. So Reese could not play GSC UU in the UUFPL because he was already in the actual UU Premier League playing for GSC. So yeah. What else? There's me. I got a positive record. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys want to like join in and talk, be my guest, please. Do that. do so, because I'm just gonna be super distracted all like for the whole time. I think we can start by talking about this game here. So, a bit of context for any of you who have been following this season. You know, every now and then you're gonna come across some tournament where like a player's just gonna be like undefeated up to a certain amount of weeks. But this guy here, who has never touched GSC before, has gone completely undefeated. And he has a couple of controversial takes on that, but he's pretty good at playing stall. What can I say? The man's really good at playing stall. So, and the one game he loses is the game where, well, he didn't bring stall. So, yeah. A lot of controversy because I faced him, and I faced him in week 1. I tried to stall him. He ended up stalling me. So he stalled. The game lasted like 360 turns. I basically wanted him to run out of PP, but I didn't have a spinner on my stall team, so it was not a good stall team. So I got super bullied in week 1. But in week 1, I wasn't on the Yan Megatrons. I was on the Entralink Entei's team. So I was on the same team as Diofantine, Shellnuts, a bunch of other players. Diofantine being, like without a doubt, he's better at GSC UU than I am. Just he's more level-headed. But this was a super good learning experience for me. I'm glad I managed to like keep up, and I was basically in the top 3 for performances, so that was pretty cool. But since I was in that week, I never, like, Diofantine never really got to face Ewin. So yeah, that was so we were pretty much convinced that Ewin was gonna go undefeated throughout the whole tournament, but here it is. Here's this for you. And that's probably because, Lord Thorx played well and he got the right amount of support. Because in playoffs, that's when people start deciding, okay, well, I'm not in the tournament anymore. I'm going to start helping this guy prepare a team or something like that. It's really fun. It's really fun. So let's look at that game. We'd have to go to the semifinals, I think. So let's go to semifinals. Oh my. So semifinals. That's the regular season. It looks like it's just the same thread. So I gotta find it. Ugh. My Wi-Fi is starting to become garbage. All right. Okay. So let's go here. Blah blah blah. Yeah. There it is. Lord Thorx, 1 versus Ewin, the only guy to take the battle off of this beast. So, my predictions for this game. I mean, so Ewin likes stall, and Lord Thorx has been using a couple of teams from Reese. So for me, there's a good chance that there's going to be something that resembles some of the things that Reese has been experimenting in GSC UU. So Gyarados. Gyarados with rest. A beast. And stall teams which, like, tend to have Chansey and a bunch of other mons. They don't have too many tools to actually like constantly take hits and then apply pressure as well. So Gyarados would be really good. Maybe Mime, maybe Hypno. I think in this game he used Hypno. Earthworm, do you want to mention anything? Do you want to like join the chat?
Sure.
Hi. I'm gonna have to raise the volume though.
Ahoy.
Right, I don't hear you very well. Could you speak up?
Ahoy.
Okay, hi. I'm gonna try this. So I'm gonna stop the music 1 sec. And how you doing? Let's see if I can raise your volume. There.
Very well, matey.
So, I don't know. Did you enjoy the playoffs of UUFPL? Have you watched it?
No.
Okay. I don't know. Do you have any comments maybe about like Reese's if like if you've noticed maybe Lord Thorx having a playstyle similar to Reese's or like using some teams that resemble his, or if there's anything at all that you want to mention with the before we get into this game, or
No, I'm happy to comment as you
all right,
show the game.
let's do that. I'm such a procrastinator, so I don't know if the volume as I'm kind of recording on OBS is gonna actually like come through, but I'm gonna try my best to make you heard. So yeah, so so I don't know. I don't remember all of Electric Wind's teams, but like Granbull, I don't know if he used Granbull all that much. I don't know if he used offense. I think he used like he just mainly used stall, and he kind of just let a lot of the players like outplay themselves in a way. But in any case, Lord Thorx comes with the Haunter, right? And Haunter, Hypno. So I don't think there's gonna be like a mime in the back, but I think. So we don't know if this Haunter is Thief.
We don't know the Gramble set yet, right?
Yeah, we don't know the moves yet. It's only turn 2, really, but
It
we
could
don't
be
know the
HP
Granbull's moves either. I mean, I do know, but like technically, based on this game, we don't know. So, okay, so we see a Thief here, and Ewin just goes for another return, maybe because he doesn't want something else to get thiefed. Maybe.
I think he probably expected him to scout for HP ground.
Right, but yeah, okay. But if there's no reason to, if you're not being pressed to do HP, like to scout for it because your Granbull's just gonna click return all the time, then maybe I can just assume you don't have HP ground. I mean, Haunter is at like Hunter's at full HP. I think it can withstand a +1.
I think it barely lives most of the time.
Yeah, it barely lives, right? That's what I think. Anyway. So does T-Bolt does slightly more than Psychic, right?
Yeah, of course, but
Well, at this
T
point,
leaves Nidoqueen a chance of switching in, so
Yeah, it does give Nito a chance of switching in. Sometimes I like to fish for like the Spadef drop as well, but with Psychic, but maybe we don't really know all of the moves yet, but at this point Gramble's looking as good as like done. It's one of the slowest in the tier. It has no lefties to recover its HP back, and if a Quillfish lays spikes, if Lord Thorx has Quillfish, then Gramble is kind of even more dead. But yeah. Oh no, never mind. What the heck? I thought the turn was over. Okay, sorry. So he regained HP. My bad. So he goes into Giraffe Rig. Giraffe Rig could be Baton Pass, probably.
It's almost certainly Baton Pass.
Yeah, it's hardly ever not that. Giraffe Rig being super threatening. The Psychic Baton Passers, it and Mr. Mime are super threatening because if you have Haze, well, you're in for an unpleasant surprise because they have like Stab Psychic to hit your Quillfish or Crobat, which are your hazers usually. So Lord Thorx doesn't have a Crobat on his team though, that's for sure. So you need
It's
so Hypno might be switching in here. I don't know.
it's pretty interesting that he switched Giraffe Rig into Haunter there because it had been using T-Bolt and Giraffe Rig doesn't have like great defenses, so it would have had to take a hit
Right, that's true.
usually.
Yeah, I
But
could
luckily it's
go
psychic
ahead.
somehow.
So since the Giraffe Rig is lefties, right, and it's not I mean, I don't know if the Haunter is Hypnosis, but you could try for that, but that would really suck if you missed. Um, but you could arguably also try for Boom and then bring in something fast and kind of like Giraffe Rig doesn't do anything.
Yeah, considering Gramble already lost its leftovers, I don't think Boom would be a bad option there.
Yeah.
But I guess he didn't fear it much just because he switched to Hypno, which is like the best setup bait for Giraffe Rig.
It's setup bait, but like Hypno is also if it's Seismic Toss or I don't know something else, it could at least like weaken the baton passer. So, like offense teams sometimes just can't really afford to just bring in Quillfish on Giraffe Rig because of how they'll rough it up, and then you just lose your Haze user. But given the Granbull, I don't even know if it's like if it's a team that you could like pass to Quagsire to. It's could be a different type of baton pass team, or maybe not baton pass. We didn't see the the agility to pass or something else. So he goes to Slowbro. Yeah, with Ice Punch, bro. Hmm. So yeah.
Ahoy, Parrot.
Hey. Um.
What's going on? The stream is paused.
Oh no, he's muted.
Where's
Unmute. Okay. Um. Ahoy. So we're just going
wait?
over the
Can't
semifinals
see
here.
your stream.
Yeah, I've seen, but just couldn't be able to. I couldn't speak for some reason.
I not sure. It could be from a mute from like another room. Um. So
It says you minimized the application.
what?
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So yeah, We're just talking about this game here. What do you guys think about Ice Punch Slowbro?
Well, it's clearly Ice Punch over Ice Beam to fish for more
I
freezes.
can't hear you guys like this though. I'm hoping that the volume would still work, but like, right. Try talking again.
Well, it's clearly Ice Punch over Beam, because more PP means more chances to freeze, and the damage output isn't too necessary, I guess.
Okay, so for the freeze chance then, well,
I think it's a terrible option personally because the coverage will be much worse.
Yeah, I don't like it either. It seems very it just doesn't seem worth it, to be
it
honest.
doesn't seem like a great option to me. I think Surf and either T Wave or like Psychic is just too much to sacrifice to give up.
So like you let in Crowfish this way.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do something real quick. I'm gonna try and plug my headphones in another place and see if that gives me any luck with the sound. But oof, this is quite annoying.
Wait, hang on a sec. Because he loses, does this?
Ah, there we go. I hear you much better now. Yeah, you are the only one that went undefeated. Okay, now I need to change this output though because of the way I changed it. So I'm gonna have to put headphones. That way I could hear you again. All right, so welcome, Diofantine. This is a super long Discord stream that we're doing just to talk about the games. Oh, that also reminds me. I'm gonna zoom in here.
I've seen, but I was just muted for some reason.
Okay, well I'm there. There's our game. It's a little bit too zoomed in though. Yeah. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay. So yeah, let's just go back to the game then. Sorry about that. And I don't know why there was the mute. So it must have been an old an old mute that we just didn't turn off. But I really suck at doing the unmute and mute stuff. Anyway. Switching Quillfish on Slowbro. Oh yeah, but it's on rest, so it makes sense.
It still doesn't really. I mean, it's still questionable because if he rolls Psychic, supposing he was the normal set, I can't remember if he'd revealed it or not by that point, but
What this no, he didn't reveal any other
yeah,
move. But he
if he
did switch
hasn't
from Hypno, so you could say, well, he probably wasn't gonna click Psychic, right?
nah, that's not reasonable.
I know it's not reasonable, but like, I don't know.
Especially if Ewan plays these defensive teams more often than if he's got a Blastoise in the back or any spinner of any sort. Letting your Spiker take a whole load of damage quite early might prove to be a misplay. But then again, he has shown a Girafarig, so it's probably not the most defensive team.
It doesn't look like it's the most defensive team. It looks like a more offensive team, and a weird one though. It's pretty weird. With the Girafarig and the Granbull and the Slowbro. I don't know. For me, at least. Because it looks like you have one that's like supposed to help defend against some psychics, but not all of them. The other one sets up on the psychics, but like in the meantime, you have like 2 slots that are filled up. Then you have a Granbull. Like Girafarig could set up and pass, but then you still have like, I don't know, other mons that could be weak. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. So yeah, Lotus Pirate. The Pirate 99 already mentioned how Girafarig can basically just set up on the Hypno, and here's the Amnesia.
I don't know why he's doing that. It seems pretty silly if you ask me. He's giving him a free setup to pass on.
Yes. So what would you do?
Well, I
It,
don't know the rest of his team, so I
suppose you
can't really
had,
tell.
I don't know, Granbull. Like a team like this could probably have Granbull or Scyther. Would you go to one of those maybe?
Um, Maybe Gramble if I had it and start cursing up if it's curse, or just not this.
Okay. All right.
Or maybe Haunter, and if he sets up Boom on him, because the Gramble's lost its lefties, so it's not as intimidating, although still quite.
But
Um,
if it pass like if it sets up agility first, then you just have a slower hunter that I mean, you could still boom,
yeah,
of
then you
course,
move
but
to something. Wait,
hmm?
does I think you live a psychic from a giraffe rig?
You do, barring a crit. But
So you should be able to stop the chain pass that way.
yeah.
Quagsire is pretty scary if he has a Quagsire. That's not a Quagsire.
Yeah, it's not. Quagsire would have been pretty scary. Yeah, you're right. So there's a Gara, which is like not only amazing against stall, but also I mean, depending on the set, of course, but also really good against Scyther. And we see Roar Gara, so that's pretty. I lose my shit when I see Roar Gara. It's so cool. It's a really good phaser, apparently. So, um, yeah,
I, I think the other guy is in a lot of trouble now.
Ewin.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. You don't know because there's my video here. So I understand. So if I move that over here, perhaps you can like, you know who. Sorry. So yeah, no, there's it's Ewin and I don't know, Roar Gara. So Gara's like kind of naturally checks Scyther because HP flying nearly 2 hit KOs it. Scyther without a Swords
Is he?
Dance boost has a hard time hurting it back. Especially since its options are like HP bug or HP ground, which does nothing, and then there's return or something like that. So
No, I disagree. If it you can just keep on attacking it.
yeah, the idea would be to keep on attacking it, but if you're eager to just like be like, if we go back to that turn here, right? This turn here, it could attack, but
Yeah.
it's gonna do like 30 to Gara.
Well, I mean, okay, look, he SDs, like click play, he SDs, then he attacks. He takes a whole load of damage to phase him out. But the Scyther can just do that again.
Yeah, then he can do it again. Uh,
He does have to find an opportunity to switch in though.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, there's that. There's a
Tompos,
mix up
you can
though
Tompos.
because Gyarados can roar, but it could also just attack with a move. Like it's more than
Yeah,
able to.
but I don't think it Oko's.
No,
It
it
might
doesn't.
actually.
It doesn't.
Well, there you go.
It's a 2 hit KO though. So and we saw how much wing attack does, 42%. So it's 3 hit KO. I think.
It's Yeah, but look at the health that the Gyarados is on. What I'm trying to say is that you should try and put yourself in a position where the Scyther can't switch in, and if it does, then it switches in on something that you are
Yeah.
willing and able to sack to it, and deal some meaningful damage to it to make it a one hit KO from Gara,
Yeah, I
is what I'm
agree.
trying
I
to say.
agree. No, that those plays were probably good plays.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying in the later turns, that's
Yeah.
probably what Thorx is gonna want to do.
Yeah, it's like when I played this game in like a tournament and I used Scyther and like for 260 turns I was trying to like defeat this Crobat by attacking it each time it came in. That was my only way to beat it, and that's what I did, but I lost anyway. But yeah, so I guess it's still like open. The match is still definitely open. Um a lot of Mons are going to be taking spikes damage here. So Girafarig's going to be taking damage, and it can't. I don't think it can't really switch in on the Hypno because of Seismic Toss and spikes.
Girafarig is screwed at this point.
Yeah, basically. So the only chain we could see from like Baton Pass is if like Scyther passes to Granbull or something, or whatever is in the back. Then there's Rest. You could argue that Electric Wind could have brought Girafarig here on this turn, on the turn that Hypno rests, and then Lord Thorx is like screwed. Well, not really screwed, but
His Slowbro was pretty low, so it would be kind of risky.
what? Growl? Okay. Who made this? This isn't the first time I see Ice Punch Slowbro though. That's weird.
This set has probably cost him the game, to be honest. The normal set could have done so well against this team.
Yeah, look at it. Like Surf hits Hypno and Psychic hits everything else. There's no, like, if you want a true resist, you either get a Slowbro of your own or you get Blossom or something, or just bring Chansey.
Well, Hypno is not going to go down to Surf probably unless it gets
No, it's not.
Drop.
It's not, but it's still annoying. It can still give it a run for its money, is what I'm saying. I think this Granbull is rest talk, but I don't know. I haven't been paying too much attention. Curse Granbull is also pretty decent against like certain Baton Pass mons because it can just gain that defense and help threaten help attack while they're trying to pivot around and stuff. All right, so we have, not to mention that we don't even know if the Granbull is even HP ground. It could also not be. Like this Ice Punch doesn't do anything. So
even if you freeze the Quillfish, it's like the least of his worries.
Problems, yeah. Like why? I just don't think that it fits on this team. Like if you want Baton Pass, you want to go all in. I mean, this seems like it's semi Baton Pass or something. It's like with this Slowbro, you're just making it half of an offensive team, and then with this is like the back. This is your Psychic switch in allegedly.
I think this Slowbro set, like, it feels like because he has this set, I feel like he doesn't properly understand the tier or how the relationships between the Pokemon work. Because otherwise, you wouldn't run this set.
Maybe he was afraid of getting counterpicked. I mean, I didn't ask what his thoughts on the team were. Maybe I mean, on the tier or this match or anything for that matter. But it seemed like he was doing quite fine with all of the other games. Like this is the only game he lost, and it was through team choice.
Well, to be fair, like who was he playing? Because I didn't play him.
That's true. He played me when I was being stupid and brought that that stall team that doesn't have appropriate spice control, and he outstalled me for 360 turns. And then there was he also stalled Vanny for 440 turns, so I felt cheated on in a way as well. And then there was who else? I mean, I don't know. Like, I think that there were some good players. Vanny is on the same team as Esterosa, so he has like that support. And Vanny, I don't know if he like plays a lot of GSC UU, but he definitely had the time to like, put in the practice and all that. Who else was there? Lord Thorx, me, you, but only till later. Yami, who lost every game, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just finish this game. I wanted to see a game between you and Esterosa, though. I wanted to see the best of 3.
I would have smashed him.
I know, but it would have been interesting.
Nah, I'm joking. I haven't seen him play Yu, or if I have, then I've forgotten like how good he is.
Electric Win is in some serious trouble here, it looks like, because none of his Pokemon can switch into Haunter safely. And he has a Gramble that can't damage it out.
But Thorx is kind of losing on PP.
He's pretty much asking to get crit at the moment.
True,
Yeah.
or drop.
I'd spam Psychic, just because the Slowbro isn't really too much of a threat, given the set.
He's running pretty low on Psychic.
He has 7 left, but 1 drop would make a huge difference here. I mean, he can also spam Thief if he wants to make him consume PP here.
The key to this kind of situation is to stay unpredictable.
What does he go for? Yeah.
He did have a Quagsire. He had the opportunity to beat a Quagsire earlier, and he didn't take it.
Yeah, now it can't even set up because Gyara. So, oof. Okay.
That could be big.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys want me to stop it at any point,
No, just keep it going.
all right. I have a bad habit of stopping games, and they take forever. Like, we've probably been on this for an hour already.
So there's a win con here if we can get his Girafarig and pass agility to Quagsire.
Right? It's that simple.
But Gyarados, his Girafarig is already revealed it doesn't have Thunder, so he has to get past Gyarados and Quillfish now.
Okay, but there's also there's Gyara, yeah, Quillfish, but basically Lord Thorx would have to switch in if he wants Quillfish in on the right turn. He'd have to switch it in on the turn that Electric Wind clicks Baton Pass. That's the only way that he can get it in and click Haze the next turn.
He could still sack Quillfish to get Haunter in, or something like that.
He could do that. That's true. That could force Ewin to click Psychic essentially.
Not that would be useful. That would just be sacking a Pokemon for nothing.
Yeah, I think sacking Quillfish to then go to Haunter, which forces you to boom, isn't necessarily like the best. But I don't know. Lord Thorx is sitting really comfortably right now.
Even Nidoqueen is not threatened by Slowbro. It's ridiculous. Oh,
never mind.
Never mind.
Famous last words. Oh, I get the strategy. It's freeze fodder for the 10% chance of freeze. No, I really don't understand these switches right now.
That Slowbro set is offensive. I don't like it at all.
It's offensive in the sense that it's offending me.
Exactly. It's really, really bad, and it just loses all momentum. It's just why, and especially why on this.
That's a dead Girafarig. Next turn.
Oh, it survived with the crit.
It survived with the crit because the KO makes the KO actually made it skip the poison. So yeah, but doesn't matter.
It gives them information, I guess, of what Thorx would double down to if it was gonna get knocked out anyway.
Oh
Wow,
no. He
they
didn't.
misread each other.
What? Wait, I want to.
He thought Quagsire was going to drum, but he didn't want to boom. And Ewin thought Lord Thorx was going to Gyara.
Okay, but I don't know if EQ KOs. If I like go to the damage calc here, damage calc.
Okay.
We can have a look. I don't know if Quag Oko's all the time.
I don't think
Haunter.
it KOs so,
So yeah,
it
no, it's
does
an Oko.
KO.
Oh my god. Okay. So they kind of missed. That's weird. Okay. Whatever. So he goes, but why would you go? You either drum or you go for EQ, no? Because the best thing Thorx can do is switch in Gara and try and phase or damage, right?
I think drum was probably the best option.
If
No,
he
I can
drummed and
understand
Haunter
not.
Psychic, then Haunter could boom the next turn.
No, Hunter can just psychic twice, no?
If
Yeah, I
he
guess he
doesn't
could
KO.
boom.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Wait, go back to the calc real quick. Yeah, it's 50%. Let's say if Quag were at 50%, the damage from Haunter's Psychic would be... Oh, no, it's a 3-hit KO. You're right. So, yeah, he would have to boom.
I think there's definitely valid reasons for any of the three options here.
Hidden Power Rock?
I don't think I would have gone for drum here. I'd
No, I'd
probably
have
go
gone for
for
EQ, and
EQ
drum
or
would have been my
HQ.
second choice, but... yeah, so there's that. I don't know.
He's really stuffed. Oh wow, that was a really good crit there. I think that was probably close to max roll crit.
I wouldn't know. Oh, and there's that crit. The crit we needed. Now it's actually looking pretty good for Ewin, suddenly. Especially now. Especially after this crit. If it's return, Granbull's dead. If it's cursed, Granbull's dead. Jesus.
It's not dead, is it? No, he's gonna bring it back. I think that's how he's gonna win.
How? How do you bring it back from Nido?
Leftovers.
But, like, you'd have to sack everything else. I mean, I guess that's a viable strategy in this case. But...
Isn't that what he's gonna do? Oh, he's not doing it. What? Why did you...
Now he's in a good spot again, suddenly. So he can just go to Haunter here. But he...
I'm not sure about that Nidoqueen sack.
Yeah, no, this game was tricky. I mean, it was kind of weird. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not to
How
click
much
T-Bolt,
does
I guess.
Haunter do the Nidoqueen with Psychic?
With Psychic, Haunter,
Yeah.
so Nido.
Yeah, I was just curious because
It's like
does,
he
it's
goes
a 2-hit
Nido.
KO. No, it's not a 2-hit
So-
KO. It's not. It's
you're
not a 2-hit
calculating
KO,
for
sir.
King, I think.
No, it's I put it at 50% for a second there. So it's a 15% chance to 2-hit KO. It's pretty far from a 2-hit KO. So that's yeah, and Nido oh, it's Nido King, but still it's even then it's probably not even a 2-hit KO. Yeah, no, it completely escapes it because Nido Queen is bulkier, but it's still Nido Queen still Okos it back with EQ. So, but there's still the threat of like the fourth move here, which could be Boom or which doesn't Oko, or Hypnosis.
It's very likely to be Boom.
Would make sense, right?
Or Destiny Bond.
The good old
Did he
Destiny
use
Bong
Frankie?
Haunter.
He really should have
The
kept that
name's
near.
Bond.
Nah, Bong.
Destiny Bond.
It's my set. I use Sub and Destiny Bond. It's Destiny Bong. Or Thief. So with Thief and Destiny Bond, you can kind of punish Blastoise if you're like against stall, and then you can keep your spikes. So yeah, that's why it's Destiny Bong. Now I can just Boom if he wants or something.
The Slowbro can't even threaten Haunter.
Imagine a freeze.
Very sad. A freeze would be so sad.
It still put
Nah.
it in near range of HP ground.
Breeze would be fine because he has the Gramble.
Yeah, there you go. And
It's
there's a game.
really, really low right now.
Yeah, but it outspeeds. You can get a rest off.
Yeah.
That was
That was
closer
weird.
than I expected.
That was a
Jeez.
weird game.
It was. I agree.
I'd put the music back. Hopefully it's not gonna drown you guys out. Try to keep it low. Oh no, it's loud. Okay, so let's go to. Shall we see my bad game, or are there some games that I don't know you wanted to cover, Dio?
He left.
He left. Okay. All right. Then let's go to. So I lost, but I don't remember why I lost. Oh yeah, I brought a bad team. That's why I lost. So forget it. We're not gonna do that game. We're gonna do the finals. So for the finals, I helped. I helped Raahel prepare his team against Lord Thorx. And
Right.
yeah. So let's see if I can find
That's
the
good.
team.
I don't have much time.
What? How much time what?
Not much time before I have to go.
All right. Well,
It's getting pretty late for the pirate.
it is, isn't it? Okay. So yeah, so basically I can't remember which of the two teams that I showed him we ended up using. Let's see real quick. I guess I won't. I mean, you saw the win post, so you know. But
I didn't see it.
all right. So
I don't.
so then I won't say who won.
Excellent.
So this is the team that this is one of the teams I offered, and I already used this against Lord Thorx. I thought that Granbull was pretty good against him. Originally it was Curse, and I gave the option of Destiny Bond because I like Destiny Bond, blah blah blah, and yeah, Destiny Bond can also help against Granbull in general. So HP ground Granbull, this team is a little bit weak to it, so there's that. But Esterosa also gave some input for this team. So what I like so much about this team is that it doesn't use Nidoqueen, who can come in and KO things but can't sit on things all the time. So if your opposing team doesn't have like, I don't know, the typical electric that you can switch in with Nidoqueen, then it's not gonna always find amazing entry points. So I use Piloswine, and Piloswine basically switches in on Nido perfectly fine. Then the only other thing you might need is something that can switch in on Fire Blast, so there's Slowbro here. And then you have also Granbull, which counts as like a blanket check to Nido. And your spikes. But Estarossa made one change and gave HP Bug lead Miracle Berry Scyther, which is really good against Psychic leads. And since Reese, who is building for Lord Thorx probably, he sometimes likes to use Mime or Psychic leads like Mime or Hypno. So, yeah.
Notorious Mime spammer.
Notorious Mime lover. So let's get into this game. Can you guys see that? Yes. All right. Okay. So this is the finals game of GSC UU. So let's do that. So I guess when I make this video, I'm just gonna pretend like it's some GSC Smogcast, kind of like how what's his name? How McMegan does like the ADV Smogcast. This is going to be the GSC one, but we didn't do any OU yet, so probably going to be online for another bit. Okay, so
good lead.
Perfect lead. So it was a perfect call by Estarossa. I don't know if that was... I don't know. Estarossa was also on the same team as Reese, so it's like... But yeah, so Scyther has Miracle Berry, so he can set up an Agility or a Swords Dance on turn 1. I mean, we saw that it's Swords Dance. Passing Swords Dance to Piloswine is a nightmare for the opposing team, so there's that. So yeah. Oh, Thunder Punch Hypno. That's pretty interesting. So he's just gonna pass here. He goes to Granbull. Oh yeah, the change was the fact that we saw a Hidden Power Ground in the set. I'm not sure if you guys saw earlier, but Estarossa also changed this to Hidden Power Ground. So yeah, there's that. So at +2 hit KOing the Oma and surviving the 2-hit KO. So that can be pretty handy. Yeah. And it doesn't look like it's Thief, so... And even Return at +2 is dealing a hefty amount to Omastar here. So Raahel's going to bring in his own Slowbro. Lord Thorx probably prioritizing damage on the Granbull because of how threatening it just is. Gets a crit with the Surf here, so this is pretty scary. Hypno coming in just means that Scyther can come in again, so he might not want to switch that in. Raahel goes to his Scyther. He's going to BP out, goes to Pylo, and in comes, the Snow Halation. I kept the name, basically, because I called this Piloswine Snow Halation, which is a reference to Loved Life. Anyway. So yeah, EQ Ice Beam is just so good. It's just amazing coverage, and to have that as your stab means you basically don't need anything as coverage. So Raahel bringing in Haunter here. I guess I could have brought in Slowbro if I were in that situation, but I don't know. So he gets rid of Polly.
I don't know what the last one is, but that seems like a good exchange to me. I don't think you're too good against Polytoad.
So the last Mon on Raahel's team or on...
Raahel's, yeah.
It's Quillfish.
Oh, right. Sorry. It was Haunter, I guess. In the Poke Paste.
Yeah, there's a Haunter.
I can't see the bottom of the screen on that one.
All right, so if I just show you guys real quick how that one, it's no. Oh God, sorry guys. There we go. So I go over here, and this is the team. So we have Swords Dance, Quillfish Spikes, EQ Ice Beam, which just hits everything all the time. It's just wonderful. And it stabs, so it does so much damage. 2-hit KO.
I noticed. I also think Piloswine's higher base attack than Nidoqueen makes a big difference as well.
Yeah.
It really hit the Politoed hard.
It's so good. It's so good. This should be the one. Oh no. Come on, man. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just fix that real quick. There we go. Nope.
No problem.
And there we Oh, come on. My DMs. Why? Okay, why is this happening?
Are you pressing control something?
I'm trying to use my mouse to like... So, if I close... Which one? There. Okay, so that's that. But I don't have the view of the other game anymore for some reason. Okay, well... I'm so upset. Alright, we're just gonna have to continue like this with this view. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. It's super complicated. So with the sack, not only did he get rid of the Politoed, which Raahel's team can have a bit of a hard time against, but he also brings Scyther back in again for free. So now he's gonna, +2 HP bug KOs the Hypno.
That's big.
Annihilated.
Yeah.
That's satisfying seeing that thing drop.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because even if Lord Thorx switches to Amphi, he can BP to Pylo, and your situation might even get worse. So yeah, looking pretty rough. So he goes for a hidden power bug. I don't know if I agree entirely with that move. I would have just gone directly to Pylo. But now there's a +2 attack Piloswine staring down a team that cannot switch into this EQ here. And
yeah, he clearly should not have sacked the Politoed.
Ooh, that's pretty dire going to Oma there.
Yeah, but now Nidoqueen can KO. Oh my god. Maybe the Nidoqueen didn't have Fire Blast. So he went for EQ.
Was that just a really bad roll, or?
I think it was. I can check.
Ooh wee.
That looked really bad. But I don't normally go for that. So Pylo is super slow, but it's actually just fast enough to outspeed Granbull, which is why Lord Thorx didn't go to Granbull. So yeah, it was a really bad roll, I think. Yeah, it was one of the worst rolls you could get. So that Pylo was technically supposed to be dead. But the game pretty much ends here. That wasn't the play.
Why would he just curse?
That was... What was that? I guess he was just like, well, I'm not going to win. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, man, it feels really good. Even though I didn't make it in finals, it feels pretty good to see my team win the UUFPL.
Congrats, dude.
No, actually, we didn't.
Congrats.
I don't know if it.
I
don't know if it went. If the Blitbug City Battle Girls won like the entire season, like the trophy, because there's still a tiebreaker. But the fact that it won the last GSC game is pretty satisfying. Yeah.
You got into the tiebreaker as well, maybe partly.
What?
You partly contributed to getting the team into the tiebreak.
I did. Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy about that. There's that. There's the fact that it's just like... I don't know. I've been so in love with this tier. Thanks to...
I really like Piloswine.
Oh, man, I love Piloswine. It's so good.
Piloswine is a real blast. It's fun to use.
It's so good. It's just like, you know, like Thunder HP Ice, but better. Like for a Sleep Talk set, I think EQ Ice Beam is like better as long as the mon that is using it has stab than like Thunder and HP Ice and stuff. Like, I don't know, man. Like as a sleep, like the sleep talk rolls are guaranteed to be good, or if
you
not
don't run
phenomenal.
Slowbro, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, but even EQ is kind of annoying for a slow bro sometimes, like to switch in or something. Obviously, you know, at that point just switch into something else, but it's just so satisfying with the spikes too. It's like, that's why Quillfish is so good on this team, because it's like you get the spikes, EQ hitting everything that resists Ice Beam essentially, and then the added spikes damage.
It feels
There's
like a
really
cheat
not
code
very
when you
much.
have spikes up.
What?
Go
Sorry?
ahead, Earthworm.
There's really not that much that can switch in other than Slowbro.
Yeah, exactly. And Slowbro's taking like 40% if there's spikes. So yeah, I'm not too sold on Slowbro as I used to be.
Blastoise, I guess. That's another big one.
Blastoise is better, I think. I don't know, just because it's faster.
And Gyarados. Gyarados is pretty annoying.
Gyara's annoying for sure. But I guess everybody has their own cool mon that they like. Yeah, I can see Gyarados being a huge problem. But I never got counterpicked. What?
I do use Ancient Power Piloswine sometimes.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess Rock and Ice both have the benefit of hitting Pokemon that resist ground. If not super effectively, at least neutrally. Because of how it hits,
does Ancient Power do to Scyther?
Too much.
To care.
Let's see.
Probably does like what, like 65
it's like 70
or 70?
something. Surely. Yeah, surely it's around 70.
60, 70. And then if it like gets a boost, it doesn't outspeed, but it's like,
I mean, what does Scyther do back?
for you. Nah, Scyther is kind of annoying against Pylo though, because some teams don't have like, some of these teams don't have excellent Scyther switch-ins. Like, this isn't perfect against Scyther. You need to make sure that your Granbull's healthy, and not having Curse on this team, for instance, means that this team is kind of like weak. Like +2 Scyther can be really annoying. Especially if Piloswine is forced to go through Sleep Talk rolls. So even though the Ice Beam can 2-hit KO, yeah, it's a 2-hit KO, but like off of a 1 in 3 chance of hitting. And then the other chances are that it does absolutely nothing. So, and in the meantime, Scyther sets up another Sword Stance or something. So, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't really. I don't think Piloswine is too good a defensive Pokemon. It really only takes on the electric types reliably.
It's pretty good against Nemo. It's a good pivot.
Offensively, it's very good.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a really good Thunder switch-in. What else? I suppose I don't know.
It just eats up all Bolt Beam anything. It just comes in.
Yeah,
all day.
It's like the Bolt Beam eater. It just eats Bolt Beam, which is awesome. But yeah. Then I wanted to kind of like talk about this, just to talk about some current OU shenanigans. Like, I already covered the other tournament in the latest video, GSC OU Winter Seasonal. So, yeah. I covered that. but this is the Pokemon Perfect League. Those of you that don't know, Pokemon Perfect League is kind of like the Ruins of Alph Premier League. Classic generations 1 through 5. 2 players for each tier. I don't know if that's the same for ROAPL, Ruins of Alph, but yeah. So in a way, it works kind of like Smogon Premier League, but with old gens only and no lower tiers, because it's on a different server. This server here. I participated last year. We didn't make it very far. I was on the Moss Deep Supernovas. And Saffron Seers have notoriously been pretty good, I think, in the past years. So I had like this spreadsheet open. I'm going to open it up again. Let's see how these teams are looking so far. So we have, my God, every time. There's always something I don't want to reveal about myself, but this is an email you guys shouldn't be seeing. So, I don't care. Dox me. So there are the Saffron. So the Saffron Seers, Blackthorn Dragoons, Snowpoint Yetis, Cinnabar Pyros. So there are 8 teams essentially, right? And it's too bad Diofantine left, but because he was managing for this for one of the teams with his friend Triangles, in real life friend. Why does this happen? Okay. And I'm guessing that my face is in the way here, so I'm gonna move my head. I'm gonna make it smaller. And yeah. So so I joined the Discords of like the Moss Deep Supernovas because that was my old team from last year, but I didn't contribute or help at all. So it doesn't look like they're doing amazingly. The GSC players on this team are Raahel and Oibaf. Let's just skip to the tiers, actually. Let's do that. Oh, we can't do that. So we're just going to go to each individual team. So Moss Deep Supernovas, we have Oibaf, who got bought for $12K. Raahel for a decent $7.5K, and for what it's worth, he has a winning record, so that's pretty good. And he also won today. So yeah, he won against Fakes. Oh no, Fake is different from Fakes. That's okay. That's very misleading. Oibaf faced off against Top Kek, Top Lel, the Patatat Deuce, Melee, Attack on Samurott, and Lord Thorx. Pretty interesting lineup. It seems like some of the teams kind of just sent the not as good players against Oibaf, who is expected to be better. And then besides, like, I don't know, Melee or something. Lord Thorx obviously really good. But I would have sent Ken. Oh no, okay, Kenix is on the same team as Top Kek, Top Lel. Yeah, I guess some teams obviously don't have like a GSC players, so
Really?
Black. I'm gonna make sure I loop this so that way it doesn't. So I don't get copyright like last time. Copyright struck. Egalvank. So Egalvank, and I was pretty excited to see this. Oh my god. Okay. Egalvank and Melee, I really thought they'd have a slightly better record. It looks like Egalvank got subbed because he only has 5 games and we're in week 7. I really wish that they showed us which games were played, because there are no details whatsoever as to what tiers these players play and in which games they won or lost. I told them 3 to fix this, but they didn't fix this. That's very annoying. So, Melee, for the record, was a retain. He had like, he went 9-0 or something last year, which was pretty ridiculous. Yeah, pretty crazy. And now he has a losing record, so that's kind of surprising to me. It looks like people prepared for him. Igalvank being 3-2. So my guess is that this Max guy is the other person? No. Wait, we'd have to see where Igalvank didn't play. Okay, so week 7 isn't over, so Igalvank didn't play yet. But week 6, someone played in his place, and I don't know who it is. I should know. Oh, it's luck versus skill. Okay, so luck versus skill played against attack on Samurott. So yeah. Then yeah, let's go to Blackthorn Dragoons. We see Fakes playing what I believe to be GSC. But Blackthorn Dragoons kind of switched a lot between players for GSC actually. So initially there was Chio, Japanese player. We already mentioned him when I was talking about the NintendoCup tournament. He won 2 games out of 3, so that's pretty good. Even one against Kenix. Chiles Habaneras I never heard of. Then there was, I think, I really can't tell who played what. This is so frustrating. Anyway, maybe if we just go here and we go to the individual. Oh my god, the spreadsheet is terrible, guys. I don't want to comment on it further. Let's just look at some of the games of last week and we'll see. So, see if there are any GSC games here. Okay, there's this one. So week 7. So luck versus skill and Kenix. So luck versus skill is on the Snowpoint Yetis, who I believe are out. No, they're in. They're definitely near qualifying. And Kenix is on the Driftvale Gold Diggers. Okay, so let's have a look at the OU game. So we have Kenix versus Luck versus Skill. So Luck versus Skill on the Yetis. Kenix is on the Gold Diggers. All right. So I don't know. Off the bat, I'd think that Kenix would probably win, but okay. So we have lead Lax, lead Zap. So Zap's gonna go to Cloyster. Okay. I'm just gonna let it play, really. What? Why? Go for the... Okay, whatever. My only assumption as to why Luck for Skill did that was because he was gonna switch out of a Lovely Kiss or something. But if you're gonna do that, I don't know. Like, I would have turn 1 attacked with Zapdos, then basically see if this Snorlax had something else. And you're also forcing it to reveal Curse or something or Rest. If you hit it with Thunder, you're basically in a okay spot. So then you go to Cloyster because you see the other moves. If you're too afraid to go for that spike on turn 2, you just let Snorlax take 37%. I don't know. Okay. That's not a good play. you can lose in the speed tie or just be forced out. Now Kenix can bring in a Fori or something else, and your Snorlax may very well never be allowed in again. Of course, Kenix might have a stall team, I'm guessing. Maybe he's just going for the safe options of just spamming. But we see a Gengar, probably expecting a boom. So he probably wanted to bait that boom and weaken the Cloy for that reason. Pretty interesting play, if I do say so myself. Switches his Zapdos in on a potential Hypnosis and makes a good call. And now Luck versus Skill brings in his Snorlax. But if, again, like, if I hit Thunder, that Lax is dead. Whatever. Okay, so kind of messy because now the Cloyster's dead, and I don't know. So, okay, so Whirlwind Zapdos. Whirlwind Zapdos is pretty interesting. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a little bit harsh. It's just that I don't know how much I agree with the initial plays there. He's in a good spot now. Anyone still watching, you know, I'm happy to hear what anyone has to say. This is a long stream. Oh wait, salut. Yes, I am recording. Yes. I hope that's not a problem. I'm recording with my face. So yeah.
Zakaru, you can speak if you want to. I was yapping earlier and he didn't say anything.
He's writing something. Can we talk without messing that up? What does that mean, without messing that up? Hi, Zakaru. Raise your volume here, so that way you can speak. Knock yourself out. I can stop the music.
I heard Zakaru, but he sounded like he was really far away.
Yeah, me too. It sounded like that to me too.
Okay.
So,
Never mind
well, I mean, I hear you.
then. I was saying.
I mean, it's fine. So is your team gonna make it to playoffs?
I think we are already qualified. We didn't lose a single week.
Yeah, I noticed. That was beasts. Oh God.
Congrats.
Hang on one sec. Hang on one sec, folks. I'm gonna have to mute myself. Pronto? Hey. Vabbè, quando verrai verso Rogoredo, magari torno.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So let's off. You see a help. I don't know. Maybe it could have been a Gars and probably instead the other option. Golem call this golem kind of just save it. So at least he made Snorlax rest. But he gets a zap. Yeah. So he switches to back to Lax. Gengar could kill